I had a guy on my swim team. His name was Tom Matthew because he had been in his family had been in America long enough to just have English names passed down. His father's name, his name was Matthew something. Yeah,
I've never had good experiences with Indian people.
Like at restaurants or just out in public?
Like mostly selling cars to them. That was the first way I was really exposed to like I'm sure I'd seen Indian people in public, but I didn't interact with them. Like having to like sit in a car with someone and talk business with them and their needs and the things that make them a specific kind of customer. You're trying to figure out why somebody's here. Like why did you come here today? And then use that against them. And he's there to buy the cheapest possible 4 wheels in existence for his son. And like he ended up buying a van that was on our auction lot that was about to be auctioned off. It was such a piece of shit. It didn't have air conditioning, and I can still see the sweat rolling off of his face as we sat in a hot van in Atlanta with no air conditioning, roughly idling. And I said, well, I mean, is he going to want a van? And he's just like, he would have taken the van. like just had no concern. And he smelled so bad.
Were there more?
He smelled so bad.
Yeah,
that's not good.
The deodorant thing is one that I experienced too, and like a lot of smells. Like not all of them had deodorant. My Indian coworkers, and these are high class Indians from like well-to-do families in India. The people who like became engineers and came, not all of them used deodorant and just didn't consider a thing. Other people were just like unaware of like coffee breath exists and stuff like that. And I don't know if they work for me, I'd straighten them out.
They were annoying customers, but they weren't always well-informed customers. Their haggling style was often just an ignorant. It came from a place of ignorance, whereas like a Korean person, oh my fucking God, would they come in with paperwork? You better know your car and know the competitor's car because a Korean customer is going to be schooling you about dual overhead cams or some shit that the Toyota has. Like he knows everything that there is to know, and he knows what the car cost us with a Korean customer. They're annoying for a different reason. Everybody's got their own ways of being annoying, though, I suppose. Black people are the best. I love selling cars. I sold probably 80% cars to black people, which is it is Atlanta. There's a lot of black people, but I just vibe with black people and just found them easy to sell cars to. I hate
everybody who buys a car thinks they got a good deal. And when I bought my truck, I often wonder. So here's what I did. I came in, I wanted the truck. I found the exact truck in like an online magazine or something, and they said how much you should be paying for it. And that was a lot less than they wanted me to pay for it. I'm like, this thing here says this is how much I should pay out the door. And they're like, so if we match that price, you'll buy this truck? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I did want it. And that's how it went down. Afterwards, they said, hey, there's incentives if you finance it, which I didn't want to do. So I financed the minimum. It was like $1,000 or $5,000 and paid it off a month or two later. And that saved me an extra $1,000 or something like that.
Yep.
So I always wonder, like, if you just take a magazine in there and say, this is what it says I should pay, did I do well?
You did fine.
I stupid?
No, you did fine. The thing is, like, I think we've talked about this before, but basically, they may have made some profit on you. They probably made like $800 or something. But like, didn't they deserve $800 for all the stuff that they did? A and B.
Yeah.
Isn't $800 worth not having the pull your hair out hassle argument, like weird fight with the guy that you kind of want to be friends with? Like, that part of like selling cars is like trying to be friends in 2 hours and then having an awkward talk with your friend. Like that's what selling cars is like. It always ends with this, like, my heart's pounding as I walk back to him because like, this is the part where they find out I'm full of shit.
I always feel like a sheep.
Promised. My man.
I always feel like a sheep negotiating with wolves. So the last one I got, I paid a guy $800, I think, something close to that. I forget how much it was. I'm like, this is the car we want. Go find it close to me and get me the best price possible. So that's what he did, and I thought he did a good job.
That's fair too. Like the way it works though, like the mystique has been gone for a long time. The mystique was leaving when I started in 2005 because of the internet. Like car sales had kind of been this sort of like you had the manufacturer and then you had the dealer, and there was nothing in between that. You couldn't pierce that veil. You didn't know what a dealer paid the manufacturer for the car necessarily. Like, who's to say what they're in this car for? They're selling it for $32,000. Are they in it for 30 or are they in it for 10? Holy shit, are they only in it for 10? If I get them just right, would they sell me this car for 10? That's your dream. And then their point was always to hide that. Be like, oh, we don't make anything. But then that was gone with the internet. You had edmunds.com and kbb.com, and you could go on there and not only see what they were being sold for on average in your region, but if you just talk to the car dealer and he wasn't, you can ask him for the invoice. You can ask him for the invoice for when they bought the car from Ford, and you can see what they paid Ford for the car. And then you can just like, all right, well, I don't want you to make any money on this car. I want you to sell me this car without making a dime. I'm not going to pay this fee. I'm not going to pay that fee. Yes or no. And you just move from there. Once you have the invoice of the truck, there's no negotiation. You just you decide what they're going to make, and that's your bottom line. Like there's no need for the whole rigmarole or a game. The games only get played with uninformed people and stupid people. It's both. The ignorant and the stupid become victims of the car salesman. And there are some people who are just pretty rich, and they're like, I always pay sticker. I just always pay sticker. Who cares? Like they just always do. There's been, whenever that happens, it's like, it must be like hitting a hole in one. I've never hit a hole in one in golf, but just the shock of like, holy shit, it just went in. I was expecting like more to be done here. I was prepared for a lot, and it's over already. That sometimes people you'll hand them the piece of paper, and the paper is so loaded. You've got the price of you got the price of the vehicle, and then you've added all your bullshit, like $1,200 worth of fake shit that I've added, and you just, that sounds good to me, and it's just like, really? Are you sure?
Yeah, whatever. It's nothing to me. Like, just give me the Lexus for whatever you want.
It's a tremendous feeling when you get one of those, because I know every step of the way how much my paycheck is going to be at different price points on the car. I know what we're in the car for, and I know what I'm trying to sell the car for. I know that this is $8,000 profit, and I know that I'm getting $2,000 of that, $1,600 of that, depending on how many cars I sell this month. This is a big deal for me. If I can get this guy to sign this piece of paper, I'm about to make $1,600 or $2,000, something like that. So when he signs it, it's like, it's addictive. It's like gambling almost, but you didn't have to put anything up. It's not like these are your cars. Yeah. You don't care if you lose money on a car. You just wasted your time. You know, they're the ones that are losing the money. It's a good time.